got the Baltimore Ravens. Last but not least, I'm going to go pulling a rabbit out of a hat on this one. So I'm gonna let you go first because I'm gonna go out in left field. I'm gonna go out of the park with this one.
I'm going with one you've already said. He just fits the mindset of what I imagine the Ravens are going to look for, and that's Jesse Minter. I think Jesse Minter he's on their interview list. It makes sense that he's the guy. So why not? Because it can't be John Harbaugh, and that's basically what it means. And everything you said about Jesse Minter is true, and I think players love him. And I think that's when you go into Baltimore, you have to be a player-friendly guy. You have to be player-friendly in that division in general, because like if you think about it, every coach in that division has been player-friendly, and the ones that aren't don't last very long. And you play in some of the worst weather up there too. So get a guy who knows how to play in that crappy weather and knows how to play in those fields and knows how to play on that real grass and the 0-degree December games, the Halloween game you're going to play in Pittsburgh. Like, yeah. So get Jesse Minter up there, get somebody who knows how to coach that and how to prep for that as well. And I think that's important. So Jesse Minter to the Ravens for me.
I like it. And he's a lot like Mike McDonald, who they just lost a couple of years ago to Seattle, with that young, just so gifted defensive mind who was when Baltimore was at their absolute best. He was there as part of the staff. I think he is a Ravens coach to a T. I really like that one. If I didn't have Jesse Minter going elsewhere, this would be a good one. Where I look at with them is the rumored rift with Lamar, the coaching staff, John, etc. Like whoever the new coach is, they need to, I don't want to say garner respect from Lamar because that makes him sound like a diva. That's not the case. But you want to find somebody where you know how they used to say that with LeBron, if you're going to get a coach, it needs to be somebody he respects almost when at that point in his career, when like with David Blatt, then to Tyronn Lue, etc. Not to the same dramatics at this point. I don't want it to sound like I'm slandering Lamar anyway, but you got to get a coach where can coach him, I guess, and if that makes sense, someone they can see eye to eye with, something that can truly rally and lead the team, change of voice that's going to have an impact. If the Steelers would have lost that game and Mike Tomlin was available, I think that'd be a good pick. So we're going to go out of left field. We're saying they're going to snag Bill Belichick from North Carolina. They're going to go with the big warhead of it one. They're going to go big game hunting. Bill Belichick has said none of the jobs interest him, but I think that was before the Ravens won. I think he's going to look at the chance to coach Lamar back. You mean to tell me I had Tom Brady. Now I can have Lamar Jackson, somebody who helps make the offense right, so I can kind of focus on what I do best. You have an elite GM, so he doesn't have to worry about being GM Bill Belichick anymore. You have one of the best GMs that do it, who's always going to give you pieces. You're going to give him Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks. He's going to fix that pass rush because there's some holes there. He's going to move Marlon Humphrey to now play an outside corner. You got Roquan Smith. And then offensively, he has a knack for when he wants to bring in a good offensive coordinator. Obviously, the Joe Judge situation, he killed Mac Jones with that. But let's say he doesn't do that again. I'm going to say they bring in Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick's looking at a chance to pass up the Shula wins record with a very good organization. And a chance to meet his old team in the playoffs and be like, well, what do we have here? And his old protege, Mike Vrabel, too, who he still has to get one for after that 2019 playoff game with Tennessee.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think it'll happen. This is for fun, though.
That would be hilarious because, he started his career in Baltimore with the Baltimore Colts. Yeah. So he's old enough that he was coaching the Baltimore Colts. Also, ironically, he would be then going against his former team he was a GM for before they moved as well in the Cleveland Browns.
There's a lot of ties there. It's a weirdly amount of ties here.
Yeah. So we'll just leave that at that hilarity. But yeah, I honestly wouldn't have thought of Belichick because he does open a few doors for a couple other teams we talked about. Like he was in the room for the Falcons. He was in the room for the Titans before that didn't work out. So, I mean, if you're throwing Bill Belichick out there, that changes a lot of people's games. So, yeah, I don't hate it though. I think for what the Ravens need, it would make a lot of sense. But yeah, I honestly didn't think about it.
This is, of course, I'm saying this where I'm thinking that Ona Bashadi might look at him like, I don't care what Kraft says. He does if he wants, because there was the rumors that Kraft more or less axed his chances with Atlanta. There was rumors that he was an issue with that. I think Bashadi's going to look at like, yeah, I don't care. Bill,
he doesn't like Kraft either.
Can we count on you not to embarrass us with some of the other stuff that's been going on? And Bill's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, we're on to Cincinnati. That's all they want to hear at that point. So I'm just saying it could be an interesting fit, and I think it would be interesting. What's Lamar going to be like? You can't tell me that. I don't think Lamar does that with anybody. But he immediately, Bill walks in that room in the NFL. I think he garners a lot of respect across the board. So we'll see. We'll see. Let us know down below who you all think should be the right matchups for these coaching vacancies.